Nick Sandmann has won his lawsuit against The Washington Post for defaming him, slandering him, and lying in a $250 million lawsuit with the Covington teen known as Mr. Sandmann. Hello everyone, this is Mr. Obvious, and today on the internet we're going to talk about a Nicholas Sandmann. Now many of you have probably heard about this story. A Native American man approached a group of students who were on a field trip and started banging his drum. The students started singing along with him, kind of chanting, they didn't really know what was going on or why he was there, but apparently he was a part of some sort of protest. Now, the Native American man, who was later exposed as a fraudster and a liar, told everyone that the students approached him, got up in his face, and were laughing at him, mocking him, harassing him, and, there was that iconic image of Mr. Sandmann smiling. And then what did the media say? Oh, these smug children. Oh, how horrible. They harassed this poor Native American man, who also lied about being a veteran, mind you, and basically slandered this kid, this young guy, not even 18 years old. But it was later exposed as people actually saw the footage and saw that the media who jumped on this, they jumped on it and they said, oh, these smug children harassed this man. They surrounded him. But it turns out it was all fake. So what did Sandmann do? He sued. And guess what? He just won another one. So we're going to look at this story. We're going to find out all the juicy details of this suit, of what it means. But before we do, if you're new to the channel, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And hit the bell button for notifications for more content. And if you liked the video, please consider giving it a share. A quick word from this week's sponsor.
Zuck the cuck drinks water like a duck, but he also drinks your data. So tell him and Google to shove your data up their schwing-schwangs by downloading the Brave browser. It's free, blocks online advertising, and protects your privacy and data from evil tech companies. You only see ads if you want to see them, and you get cryptocurrency for your attention. Don't let Zuck use you to make a buck. Download Brave by clicking on the link down below.
Now here you can see on Twitter, Nicholas Sandmann. On February 19th, 2019, I filed for a $250 million defamation lawsuit against The Washington Post. Today, I turned 18, and that's the best part of this. That's a cherry on top, folks. Sandmann won this lawsuit on his birthday. Oh boy, he's going to be $250 million richer. Well, after taxes and after lawyer fees, I'm sure. But that's still a good chunk of change. He can now basically retire. He never has to work a day in his life. And it's good. He needed this money because after he was defamed and slandered by a lying, fake news media, he may have never been able to find a good job. So that's the price they pay. He says, today I turned 18 and Washington Post settled my lawsuit. Thanks to @Todd McMurdy and @Linwood for their advocacy. Thanks to my family and millions of you who have stood your ground by supporting me. I still have more to do. So this bright young man has a very, very big, bright future ahead of him. Low key, I'm kind of jelly. High key, I'm pretty glad about this. Now here we have someone in the replies. Freddie says, I was one who made fun of you. Until I finally woke up and realized the mainstream media kept lying. I mean, we told you so. I'm not so quick to jump to conclusions anymore. Question everything, take care, prayers. Now, that's it exactly. A lot of people were duped by the fake news, by the fake news media. But now people know the truth. And even people who thought that he was a bad guy, they realized it too. Now, a lot of people are comparing this to an epic David versus Goliath story. This young high school kid who wasn't even 18 taking on media giants who lied about him and tried to ruin his life. Even one of the media people was like, oh, Nicholas Sandmann has such a punchable face. Wasn't it one of those late night show guys or those left-wing comedy? And I say comedy in quotation marks, okay? But yeah, wasn't it one of them who said that? Like threatening a minor Yeah, that's exactly who the media is. They'll lie about you, they'll slander you, they'll ruin your life, and they'll make these disgusting comments. You know, and you still have leftists who don't realize that Sandman was actually the victim in all this. He was a good guy. Oh, okay, so this is the thing about these SJW left-wingers. Here you can see Susan Hall, who says, "You disrespected an elder while he was praying and drumming with his ancestors." I didn't realize you could talk to dead people. Go take your money to the bank and live with that for the rest of your life. So young. Such a legacy already drawn. Yeah, this is obviously a smooth brain. Others are calling her a zoo brain. I'm not familiar with this term, but she is ignorant. Others are pointing this out. You can actually watch the video and see that it's all a lie. In fact, in the video, too, you can see the group called the Black Hebrew Israelites. They're an extremist religious group that were taunting the students and harassing them. And they were also shouting slurs and disparaging language against indigenous people, Native Americans. So the media went out of their way to slander Nick Sandmann for literally doing nothing but smiling at some random Native American beating his drum. And then they ignored the Black Hebrew Israelites who are actually doing harassment towards Native American people. Isn't it funny how they only went after the white guy? Really makes you wonder. No, it doesn't. The media has their agenda, they have their political bias, and they'll do whatever it takes to push that agenda, even if it's fake news. So, the long story short is Washington Post settled lawsuit $250 million over its botched coverage of Sandman with the Native American elder. Now, this is the teen's second win. Here it says on the New York Post, it's the teen's second win in a whopping $800 million defamation battle against a number of news outlets, including Washington Post, CNN, ABC, CBS, The Guardian, The Hill, and NBC. Now, this is pretty impressive, and it sets a precedent of money. Defamation is actually really hard to prove in court. It's really hard to win. And I assume that's why they're taking these settlements. It's a really good move. Take what money you can get and you can say, we won. Basically, you know, it's a lot better. He's going to be a very, very rich person. And with all that money, who knows? Who knows what this guy's going to do? So CNN agreed to settle with Sandman in January of this year as part of a separate $275 million claim. So, you know, the story basically goes on to explain how Sandman and his Covington classmates were vilified on social media, and I might add, by the left, after they were filmed wearing Make America Great Again hats. That's also why they were targeted. Now, this happened after a anti-abortion rally, and they were yelled at. But here's the issue. Here you can see this closer up picture of Nick Sandman. He's smiling. The media said, oh, he was smug and making fun of him, and what an evil little boy. In reality, he was just being friendly because some random dude was banging a drum in his face. I gotta be honest, I don't know if I would have reacted in such a friendly manner. I don't care who you are or what you're drumming for. Get that drum out of my face.
Surprise. Get that drum out of my face!
So this happened when Sandman was only 16. So he's been in these legal battles for years now. See, Sandman was singled out after his confrontation with Native American activist Nathan Phillips. He claimed the incident was racially motivated and, lo and behold, it was all fake news. Now, the cherry on top for this story. I can't wait to show you guys. Nicholas Sandman. This is his Twitter account. Again, he says, we settled with WAPO, Washington Post, that's what that means, and CNN. The fight isn't over. 2 down, 6 to go. Don't hold your breath at Jack. The absolute madman. So, for those of you who don't know, Jack refers to Jack Dorsey. He's the asshole banning everyone on Twitter. I haven't been able to use Twitter for I don't know how long. All because they keep saying that I'm a robot, or a machine, or I don't exist. It's so dumb. I've tried to verify my account. It doesn't work. I contacted support. I get no response. So you know what, Twitter? Y'all want to treat people like trash. You want to censor people. And you want to help defame people like Sandman. Well, what do you think is gonna happen? You're gonna get sued. You are being sued. And good luck. I hope they take money from you. Can't use your stupid platform anyway because you people don't listen. But I love this. This guy's an absolute madman for talking to Jack like this. And you know what? He deserves it. His platform, Twitter, it's not a place for free speech, first of all, but even more than that, Jack Dorsey says that he wants Twitter to be a conversation. But what he doesn't tell you is that it's only a conversation for one type of person, a left-winger, radicals, all these weirdos. It is an echo chamber. You're not allowed to have opinions on Twitter. So folks, that's pretty much the story. The war against the lying fake news media is being won, and it's being waged by a Mr. Sandman. I find the news absolutely sweet. But that's merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about this story? Let me know down below in the comment section. As always, if you want to support the channel, you can join me on Patreon or Subscribestar. Joining will give you access to a private Discord server. If you want to donate, there's DonorBox and crypto. Links are down below. And why not drop by the merch store? I've got 2 beautiful designs available on t-shirts, sweaters, and all sorts of stuff. And lastly, sharing the video is one of the best things you can do, so share the news. This is great news, folks. And we're finally seeing the media suffer the consequences of their actions. And I really look forward to seeing Twitter be brought down a peg. They're so full of themselves. They allow left-wingers to harass you, but they'll ban a right-winger for having an opinion. It's not like they have ever tried to do the right thing. Just a biased cesspool. Anyhow, thanks for watching. This has been Mr. Obvious, and I'll see you all next time.